everyone, long time no see. My first video of the year. I kind of forgot I had a YouTube channel for a little bit. Every so often I will get an order in the notes and someone will say they found me from my YouTube channel and I'll be like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Maybe I should make more videos, but it's been a bit of a chaotic and hectic year for me. I don't know about anyone else, but it's been weird. So I'm still here. And I have 2 big boxes over here of crystals to unbox for you. So I got a kitten too, a new baby I got a month ago. Her name is Oracle, and she's quite popular on Twitter. Little Miss Popular got 290,000 likes yesterday, and I'm just gonna get right to it, just like the good old days. Okay, so the first thing that I'm unboxing is these Noreena jasper spheres. I'm very excited about these, so I don't know if you can see them very well. But this is called Noreena jasper. I think it's pretty new on the market. I have only seen a couple stores carrying it, and I've been trying to get my hands on it for a while. So I already have towers that I unboxed like a month or so ago. And now in this next shipment, I have a bunch of other shapes. Also, the setup looks much nicer now than it ever did before, and it's because I have my own place now. So I'm not just filming out of a bedroom or a dining room. I have a nice ambiance. Here I have some carnelian flames. Oh my god, my cats are being so cute right now. Hold on. So yeah, I got a bunch of carnelian flames because I know carnelian has been popping lately on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, I'm on TikTok now, and my is Cosmic Geology. Oh, I have some Purple Lab freeforms here. They're small. There's no way the flash is going to show up on the camera, but I'm going to show you anyway. Maybe it'll show if I'm lucky. Oh, okay, so here we have some selenite slices, which is these. This is like natural selenite. It's gypsum. Selenite is gypsum, and the variety that most people see on the market is called satin spar selenite. Some people get a little fussy about the differentiation between satin spar versus selenite, but both of them are the same mineral, gypsum, so I don't get too strict about the classification because it's the same mineral. But this is selenite. I think there's one like really giant one in here, which is like what's making up this bulky package. Yeah, these are really cool. And so these are some very like big pieces. Okay, I was just talking about them being thick, and now I got this tiny little slice. Okay, this is the one I was talking about, this giant piece. This piece is huge. Very neat. Yeah, I've seen some people on TikTok. I've heard since I've been on TikTok that my prices are too high, and also a couple people said my prices are too low. So, I don't know. I just want to say that there's so much that goes into pricing. It's not just like the crystal and what it's worth. It's like there's so much that goes into it too, that like maybe people who don't have a small business or don't sell things don't understand. Look at these orange calcite spheres. These are really, really juicy, high quality. I have this huge box now to unbox. Okay, finally. I get so paranoid now that I live in an apartment that everything's just gonna be so loud and I'm gonna get like a noise complaint and get evicted, and it's like, it's never an issue, but I'm always just worrying. Like, I don't want to be rude to my neighbors. Big box. Okay, yeah, anyway, back to the topic. About my prices. So there's a lot that goes into pricing things when you're a business. So something I've really been taking note of lately a lot is, this is Mookite, by the way, Mookite Towers. I've been taking note of how much fees that my website Shopify charges me. It's like PayPal does the same. On every transaction, it takes like a pretty big chunk of your money. I mean, this is nothing new. I mean, everyone knows that it takes fees. But like, it's really noticeable when you're running a business and it's like taking a couple dollars from every order that you get. So like, for example, I have a couple things on my website that are listed at like $1, and I've been getting a couple orders for like just $1 plus the shipping cost. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. You can order whatever you want from my website, and I really appreciate any order I get. But technically, after the fees, I don't make any money off of a $1 order, which is not the customer's fault at all, which is why I'm not going to change my prices, but they do take a lot in fees. So the cost of a product that a small business is selling is not just like the cost of the product, it is also like the time spent with your business. It is covering the fees, it is covering like shipping, supplies, all that stuff. Like I include info cards with my crystals that I make from my art. So that costs time and money to make those. And I try to make my packaging pretty nice. So I have like little goodie bags, I have business cards, I have thank you cards, which all cost money, which goes into the price of the products. And the cost of shipping products to me is a lot of money that has to be factored back in. I'm still a relatively small shop, so I'm not able to yet order in like huge quantities where I would get like a crazy good deal on things. So my prices like may not be the cheapest in the whole world, but like all things considered, I really do try to make my prices as good as possible. Like I would never charge something that I am not willing to pay myself from someone else's shop. Like I do a lot of research on what other shops are charging for the same products so that I know like a good price for things. These are adorable. These are like a freebie in my order. They're little satin spar sticks. They're really cute. I've never seen ones that are like this narrow. I feel like I have a lot of these. I don't know if I ordered like 2 kilos or what, but I feel like I have a lot of these, which is good because they've been selling out really fast. I also have a lot of freebies, which is so nice. I love my supplier because she always gives me a bunch of like little freebies, which is, okay, spoiler alert, sometimes I do mystery boxes, and usually I do mystery boxes when I have a bunch of freebies to give away, because it's usually a pretty good variety of things that I don't necessarily carry. Like this is, people have called it Caribbean calcite. I'm not like 1000% sure what it is, but I believe it's like a quartz-based mineral. So it's like a blue Caribbean calcite colored quartz. Not positive. I've seen a lot of names for it, but like I've never had this in my shop, so this is the kind of thing I would put in a mystery box. So spoiler alert, if I list a mystery box soon, it's probably going to include these things in it. Just because I don't like to have a mystery box and then like sell the same things that I sell in my shop, because that's not very fun. So yeah, anyway, to wrap up my rambling about my prices, there's a lot that goes into pricing, so I'm never trying to like charge anything more than I would personally pay. There's just a lot of factors that go into it. And if someone's charging less, they probably just got a better deal, or they're just getting less of a profit margin, which, I mean, I hope they're not, because I think small businesses deserve to be paid for their time. That's just my opinion. People can charge whatever they want. I've seen some shops that do charge like a lot more than I would personally, and then you know what? That's their decision. I think everyone should be able to charge what they feel that their products and experience is worth. The people who order from me are, if they're not satisfied with the prices, I hope they're satisfied with the buying experience. I also always have discount codes going on, so I'm already starting to get Halloween stuff. This is a little Sodalite Witches hat. I wasn't planning on getting Halloween stuff yet, but my supplier like showed them to me. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna resist them? So these probably won't be available for a little bit. I'm probably gonna do a couple of big Halloween updates because these were so popular last year. I had to keep ordering more all the time. I like could not get enough in stock. Another discussion I've been seeing on TikTok lately, which I feel like is important, is people asking if crystals are ethically sourced. There's a nice, really nice purple lab freeform. I honestly don't remember getting this. Hopefully you can see the flash. It's really nice, really purple. I always like to check the back too, because sometimes there's a surprise. Crystals can also be cheap if they are like unethically sourced. So there's a lot of things that can make crystals cheaper. It's like if you buy in bulk, like a huge amount, then you can get a better deal than if you buy a smaller wholesale amount. Like at the crystal store that I go to in person to buy some of my wholesale stuff, there are like discounts. I already buy wholesale, but there's an extra discount if I buy 1,000 or more, or if I buy 5,000 or more. So that can help people get better prices. So if you're a bigger shop and you can afford to buy like 5,000 plus dollars at a time, that can help your prices be lower. Orange calcite, orange calcite. I love these so much. These are like nicer than any other orange calcite I've ever had in my shop. They're like perfect. And orange calcite is like always my favorite. This is probably like a really tiny haul for some shops, but like I do weekly updates or bi-weekly updates, and I don't usually have too much inventory stocked up for like weeks to come because like I don't know, I don't totally sell out my updates, and I don't like to keep a bunch of inventory on stock because I don't really know what people like. So I usually get shipments, smaller shipments in more frequently. Anyway, that's besides the point. Here's some malachite. I just ran out of malachite slices, so I already ordered some more. Got these for a steal. Anyway, back to the discussion. Ethical crystals. So yeah, if crystals are sourced really unethically and they're using like not paying their workers or using children, which is obviously bad and not something that we should support, the prices can be lowered. But I've seen a lot of discussion about people asking if crystals are ethical or not, and people seem to always say yes, and I feel like that's kind of like what you want to say. Obviously you don't want to say no. It's pretty hard to know for certain if every crystal is ethically sourced, even if your suppliers tell you that they are and they show you their mines and like their working conditions. It can be hard unless you are there every step of the way, or if you are, oh my god, this one looks like an L, or if you are, like, if you know the miners, to be sure that every piece you get is completely done in an ethical way. And I feel like that's a good thing to point out, because I feel like I've been hesitant to answer this question when people ask me if my stuff is ethically sourced, because you want to say yes, obviously, and I do my best to find suppliers that I trust who know where they're sourcing their materials from. But at the same time, it's like, well, I wasn't there, so I can't 100% be positive. While we want everything that we sell to be sourced ethically, we also need to understand that just saying ethically sourced doesn't necessarily mean that it was. You know what I mean? Like, it's really important to trust your suppliers and ask questions to make sure they're getting it in an ethical way, but there's no way to be 100% sure. So I just don't feel confident in labeling my shop to be 100% ethical source, because I feel like that is a lie because I can't confirm it. So I think it's important to be consciously sourced and carefully sourced, but to claim 100% ethical is not really possible. These are the Noreena jasper hearts that I was talking about. These are so cool. So I've found out about Noreena jasper from my favorite crystal shop that I talk about all the time, which is Soul Body Gems on Instagram. So I got a piece from them, and they were talking about how it's like slightly magnetic and you can feel it between the two pieces. It's like very slight, it's not gonna stick together or anything crazy, but if you put two pieces of it next to each other, you can feel a little bit of a magnetic pull. So these pieces are super cool. I think they're like 1 billion years old too or something. I'm not positive, it's still pretty like not super common, so I'd have to do a little more research. These are like the perfect size. Because I feel like every time I get a bigger sized heart in my shop, no one ever wants them. I feel like it's this size or nothing. So yeah, I feel confident in saying that I am doing my absolute best to only work with suppliers that I trust and that I have confidence in, and that I believe that they know their stuff. I feel like it's not really a simple yes or no. And I think we can all continue to learn more and improve and encourage a high standard of ethics within mining and making sure we don't support unethical labor or mining that hurts the environment or employs children. But at this current time, I don't think I can be 100% positive about what goes on in other countries' mining practices. But there are some things that we do know that are not ethical. For example, there's been a lot of talk about how lapis lazuli is no longer, well, hasn't been ethically sourced for a while, but is especially not right now considering the current events in Afghanistan. It is very unlikely that any lapis lazuli or Caribbean calcite is being mined in an ethical way. Therefore, a lot of shops that did carry it are choosing to not carry it right now, and I agree with that. And I won't be having any more lapis in my shop at this time. So I think it is important to do our best to know where our crystals come from and to only support things that are ethical and not knowingly support things that aren't. So I hope that answers the question that I've been getting a lot on if my stuff is ethical. So the answer is I'm doing my best to consciously source and only use trusted suppliers. So that's my answer. I don't feel like it's an easy yes or no. It's a tricky topic. Here is I think it's a gold sheen. It may or may not be a sheen. I didn't want to talk about it before either because it feels wrong to say you're not 100% sure, but I'm going to be honest and say I'm not 100% sure and I'm still learning. Mookaite, what are you? Labradorite, and what is this? I think this is, it kind of looks like green amethyst, but like artificially made green amethyst, like heated, I think. These two are part of the freebies. Okay, to recap, since I feel like I've gone off on a tangent and wasn't paying attention to what I was unwrapping, I've gotten all these as freebies in this order. So I have a sodalite, a bluish quartz, tiger's eye tower, lab tower, a flower agate star, a possibly heated green amethyst, and these little selenite sticks. So these I have all gotten free. We're going to be posting a mystery box. It's not a mystery if you watch my YouTube, which is like no one, so I guess it's still a mystery. I'll be posting a mystery box with these in it. So if you really love those pieces, check out my website for the mystery box, and that's how you can get them. I feel like I've been blabbering so much that I haven't gotten to enjoy the opening experience. Here are the Noreena palms. I love when I order a kilo of something and they all come in the same size. That like makes me really happy because then I can do an intuitive pick instead of listing things individually. These kind of look like spiders. It's kind of giving me the heebie-jeebies now that I think about it. But if I do like have an intuitive listing and you want kind of like a specific color or something, you can always leave a note at checkout and I will pick out like a special one for you. Because I do kind of intuitively pick them. It's not just a fancy word for random. Like I really do look through every piece when I'm putting an order together and I'm like, okay, this one feels right. Here's some more mookaite. These are really cool. These are some nice mookaite. I'm really in love with this one specifically. I know someone asked me how old I am. I am 24 and I turn 25 next month. Exactly 1 month from now. So September 23rd I turn 25. Gosh, this one's really cool too. Okay, another question that someone asked like a long time ago on my Curious Cat that I like never ended up answering in a video, but I saw it and I was like, that's a really good question. Was someone asked, do you like plan your updates ahead of time, or do you kind of just like pick out things? Okay, so the question exactly was, do you plan out your updates ahead of time, or do you change your mind when you talk to the suppliers and see what they have? Okay, I want to plan my updates more. I want to do themed updates because that's kind of what I did when I very first started my shop, was I had themed updates. Like, I think my first theme was camping and I really liked that idea. But I'll admit, I am so easily swayed. Like, if a supplier sends me a picture of something I want, I will just spend $1,000 over budget because, well, I want it. More Noreenas. Pretty much everything in this order actually was like unplanned. The only thing that was planned for this order was the Noreenas, and I ended up buying all this other stuff, so I'm very easily swayed. I definitely buy things at random with no planning whatsoever. I usually have about a week in advance planned out for my updates, but I would like to start doing a little more strategically. Okay, I'm very excited about this. I'm really trying to get bigger crystals in my shop. I know people like to say that my prices are too high, and I honestly think that's in part to the fact that I like really high quality pieces. Like, I'm sorry, I just like to get more rare and uncommon things. I don't know if you can tell on the camera how amazing this is, but I'm kind of like, I got chills. Like, I'm not even kidding. I got chills when I opened this. And I don't say that often. I don't know if it's because I'm sweaty or if it's this crystal, but I have chills. I might keep it. I'm sorry. This is a Mozambique rose quartz tower. It's hard to tell rose quartz over camera. It doesn't show up as saturated as it does in person, but I'm not gonna lie, this is like probably one of the most beautiful rose quartz I've ever seen. I'm like, I seriously got chills. Like, I can't even look at it. It's so beautiful. So I think I have 2 more towers just like that. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm really trying to get more statement pieces in my shop. I think they're really fun. I know that's not in everyone's budget, so I do try to keep my tumbles in like small stones well stocked. But for the most part, my vision for my shop is that I want more like bigger and rare pieces, so that's kind of what I'm working towards. I just realized that there's not something in this order that I ordered, and there's only 1 package left in the box. Very interesting. It's another one. Are you kidding me? These are so beautiful. I am just so in love with these right now. I might actually like pass away. So the other thing I was missing out of this box was some smaller rose quartz towers. Like, they were still really high quality, but they weren't the Mozambique ones. They were Madagascar. I don't know, maybe I didn't order them or they weren't included. Fishy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like, this one's very, it's like a different shade, a different hue than the other ones. This one's kind of like more peachy, and this one's like a more cool toned. They're like really heavy. They're all really beautiful. I actually got one of these in my last order from this supplier, and it was so beautiful I decided to keep it. But after looking at these, I don't know. I think I might have to keep one of these big ones. Okay, sorry if you can hear the air. I had to turn it on because I was about to die. So this is the tower I got in my previous order that I decided to keep for myself. And now just like comparing it to the ones I just got in, I'm like, I don't know. See, this one and the other one are very peachy, and these 2 really giant ones are not peachy. I really feel like I need to keep one for myself. They're just so beautiful. Come on. Just to show you in comparison like how nice these are, This is like a regular quality rose quartz tower that I have in my personal collection compared to one of these. And this one is like by no means like a low quality piece. This is just kind of regular standard rose quartz. And these are the ones from Mozambique, which are always like, the ones from Mozambique are the ones with the really, like they have the stars, they're the gemmy ones are like the nicest ones. So that is a comparison. So yeah, I got the Noreena spheres, the Noreena hearts, the Noreena palms, and I have Noreena towers in the other room because I kind of went overboard and I wanted it in every shape. I got Moogite towers. This one's cool. I got a restock on the Obsidian Moon DTs. I got some really high quality malachite slices, which I'm excited about because I get these for a really good deal. They end up being really affordable, which is great because malachite is my favorite crystal. I also got these selenite gypsum slices. I got a couple of Purple Lab freeforms. This one, these two, and this bigger one. I also started getting in some Halloween pieces. I have my witch's hats, sodalite, lepidolite, and obsidian witch hats. And I'm going to be getting pumpkins and witch brooms and black cats and all sorts of fun stuff in soon. I got the carnelian flames. I don't even remember unboxing these. I must have really been on a tangent because I don't remember seeing these. And I got the orange calcite spheres, super high quality, really juicy looking, like you just want to eat them. And last but absolutely not least is the Mozambique rose quartz towers. I got 3 new big ones. Most of this stuff will be available in my shop this Friday. Today's the 23rd, so whatever this Friday is, August whatever, is when I'm having my big shop update. It's mostly these bigger pieces. I have like a 3-pound lepidolite tower. So I have some big towers, some Purple Labs, some Noreenas. I have some rhodochrosite, some azurite. So it's kind of an expensive update. I've been kind of splurging on some really cool pieces. I did just have a really like small, cheap crystal update this past Friday with like a bunch of raw stones and some tumbles. So I kind of try to balance it out between like if your budget is $2 versus if your budget is $200. So I try to balance it. This week is going to be a bigger update. Hopefully you enjoyed watching my unboxing. Here's my kitten. I think you can see her. Again, her name's Oracle, and she really likes to chew on these lights, so I can almost never have them on. I just turned them on for the video, but she likes to play with them, so they're off all the time. If you want to follow her, I just made her an Instagram, and I keep getting notifications that everyone's obsessed with her. Her Instagram is Oracle the Pirate, so if you want to follow her. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm hoping to get back into making YouTube videos again ever so often, like at least every month, maybe, or more. If you guys like these, I'll have all my stuff linked below, like my curious cat thing if you want to ask me questions. I didn't really get to any of them in this video, but usually I'll answer questions in a video. I also have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, my shop. So yeah, if you want to check those out, and subscribe if you want to see more unboxing videos. Let me know what your favorite thing was, and be sure to check out my shop update this Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's my new time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go stare at these rose quartz towers all evening.